so much for joining me on my program once again. I appreciate you wherever you're joining me from. I say good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Accept my greeting according to your time zone. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please kindly subscribe to my channel. Click the notification bell so that you'll be notified anytime I upload a video. You can be among the first to receive it. Then go to the comment section at all times. Leave your comment, drop your contribution. If you have suggestions, make it out there. If you have any criticism, put it down on the comment section. It will make us to get better, presenting you a better program. Thank you so much. That is the genesis of the problem we are facing today. The genesis of the problem we are facing started from Ahmadu Bello, who preached that hatred and make the people to believe that Igbos are dominating. They are domineering. They want to dominate you. And it baffles me. When you go back to history and check, you cannot see any place that the Igbo people conquered. Go to history. Go back to history. You will never see any area that will tell that the Igbo people conquered this tribe. They conquered this tribe and took over. They conquered this. You can never ever. Even when they had the population, they have the might, they have the strength, they have the power, they have everything it takes to dominate people. In the old Southeastern region, there are very small villages. There are small tribes, small ethnic groups around them. But every one of them is allowed to exist and function on their own. Every single one of them exists, respected on their own. The Igbo Biafrans never ever made any move to dominate anybody. Check from history. You will never read any place in history where they will tell you that Igbos conquered here. They conquered. With all the population they have, today they are about 70 million. Which kind of army they want to raise that they cannot raise? They have the money. They have the brain. What tribe would they want to conquer that they cannot conquer? If Igbo people were dominated and if Igbo people had this conquering spirit in them, do you think you will have any other tribe in the whole of old Southeastern region? In the whole of old Southeastern region, do you think you can have any other tribe apart from them? You can't. Because they stand out. Both in strength, in population, in wealth, and in brain. They stand out. But yet, they open their arms. They accept everybody. They go to your area. They come down to the lowest part. They bring themselves to the lowest level. They struggle and work their way up. And when they work their way up, they begin to make difference. And those who cannot be able to stand it, they begin to push their propagandas and lies against them. You're welcome, my brother James. Thank you so much for joining, James. This is where we are now, James. James, please kindly share the broadcast on your own platform. Share to everybody can be able to reach out and let people know that this is where we are today. We have restriction on King David Exploit Expose. They don't allow us to go live there anymore. We have restriction over there. So I'm going to be broadcasting on this very platform for the meantime until the ban is being lifted. So that is the challenge we have to face. So I am now broadcasting on this very Chooks for Survival. So please, the few people that are watching, kindly share the broadcast in all the WhatsApp group you belong. Any group you belong to, share the broadcast so that people can be able to join us and know where we are. I know so many of our viewers will be waiting and expecting us to come on King David Exploit, but they can't be able to know that we are online. So please kindly share to people, and we will continue no matter what happens. We will continue to spread this gospel. Even if it's only one person, we will continue to preach the gospel. They can never stop us. They cannot stop us. Udem Onyeme, thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. So we will continue to send out the information and messages. Every one of us today have to wake up. The Biafran people, the time has come when we have to build our own nation. The time is right. The time is right. We cannot continue to force ourselves into an environment where we are not wanted. These people are making this statement to us every now and again. They tell us in parable, they tell us face to face, they throw it at our face, they shout it in our ears, and yet some of us don't pay attention. It is high time we begin to pay attention to what is going on. It is high time. We have to begin to pay attention to what is going on. They do not want us. we have to move on and seek for our own way out. We have to move on. Look at what is going on now. Look at the kind of things we are facing. They have corrupted our area so much that everybody you see in Biafra today, they are all insane. They are all insane. Every politician in Biafra land, starting from the local government chairman up to the highest office, they are all bought over. No single one of them can stand up and speak for his own people. Not even one. They have been conditioned in such a way that they believe that it is only when you are playing the card of the caliphate that you can become relevant. That is what they made them to believe. That the only thing that can make them relevant politically is going against the will of their own people. And they buy into that idea. They buy into that idea. That is why when things happen against their own brother, they cannot speak out. They are so scared that when evil is being perpetrated against their own brother, they cannot voice out, they can't speak out of fear. They will not speak. Look at this thing that happened to Kamsi. If Kamsi was to be a Dudua person or another one, don't be surprised that Peter Obi would have made a speech about it. Kamsi is from the state of Peter Obi, the same state with Peter Obi, and yet he kept silent. If Kamsi was to be from southwest or from the north, all of them would have been making statements about it for his release. But the innocent boy who committed no crime. And this one is not the issue of saying that you don't know people that committed it, you don't know people that took him. We saw the people that took him, we saw them in their uniform. The special force that is being run by the state government, sponsored by the federal government. These are the people they are using to intimidate Biafrans. These are the instruments they have put on the ground to make sure that they hold us down. These are the instruments that have been employed to make sure that they cage us and make sure that we remain enslaved. But I tell you, it cannot be for too long. It will not be too long because we have really suffered enough. The Biafran people have suffered enough. We have seen it all. And we cannot continue on this path. The time has come when we have to take our fate into our own hand. The time of liberation has come. The time for Biafran people to rise up has come. We can no longer remain the same. We cannot continue to mark down at every day. We cannot continue to beg. Time for begging have passed. Time for crying and complaining have passed. It is time for action. And I can bet you, very soon, it can no longer be the same. You can see our spokesperson, Master Samuel Ekpa, going from places to places, making case for Biafran people. Why some of them are busy just gossiping online? Some are busy gossiping online and talking trash. Master Samuel Ekpa is working hard for Biafran people. Master Samuel Ekpa is making difference for Biafran people. We can see his videos flying everywhere where he's making case for Biafran people. Even in the face of all the attack, in the face of all the dehumanization, in the face of all the destruction, he is focused on pursuing that which is necessary, which is the freedom of Biafran people. Because the freedom of Biafran people will put an end to every dehumanization you are seeing today. The freedom of Biafra will remove every fear, every insecurity you are seeing today. That is why we cannot stop fighting for our freedom. Our supreme leader, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, has given us that mandate. He laid that foundation for us. And we are standing on that foundation of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, building it to the highest level. And there is nothing any man can do to stop us. No matter how they try, no matter their blackmail, their propaganda, it doesn't matter how they try to do it. They will never succeed. We can never allow them to put us down. We will continue to fight until the last man standing, and our freedom is sure. We will get our freedom. No matter what they say, no matter what they do, no matter how they try to deceive us, We are going to get our freedom. Will we get our freedom? Because the time is right. For those of you who are still busy speaking about irrelevant issues, those of you who are still busy pushing blackmails and propaganda against our spokesman, Master Simon Ekpa, change your ways and get busy with something reasonable. Change your ways and get busy with something reasonable. If you know what you will do to get Biafra, go ahead and do it. And you can do that without dehumanizing your own brother. You can do that without talking about your own brother. Since you feel you have a different way of pursuing it, if you feel that the way your brother is going is not the way you want to go, you have a different channel. Go ahead in your own channel. Go ahead. In that part that you feel that is better for you, go ahead with it. But don't try to bring somebody down for you to climb up. Don't try to do that. Because that's the worst you can do to yourself. Every evil plan against us will definitely be destroyed. We are in the end of time. We are in the end of time. And Biafrans, we must continue to prepare ourselves. Some of the messages we are giving today is to wake up those of them who have made their trial. Those of them who have done the last trial they said will do. They said they want to try and see if it's going to work. P2B is going to do this. If you're one of those who is still having hope, if you're one of those who is still putting their hope on what they call their court case, I pity you. I pity you, because you might not be able to, you will not be, when one Nigeria will happen to you, you might not be able to survive it. If there are still a Biafran today that is hoping that somehow, that you are going to get something out of this very court, out of the Zoological Republic court, in APC government, I don't know what to tell you. Keep on deceiving yourself. Keep on deceiving yourself. But I pray that every one of you should stand firm and trigger that very thing that we're waiting for. Because you are going to trigger it. That is why most time I talk, I say that if you sincerely believe in that mandate and you say that you want, go ahead and fight for it. What are you waiting for? Fight for it. Talk about it. Rise up for it. Why are you still hiding? Why are you still sitting back? Why are you still pretending? If you are so convinced that you won, you are so convinced that yes, that the man you voted for won, what are you waiting for? Go for it. We are here watching and waiting. The Zoological Republic called Nigeria has ended. It doesn't matter whether you believe it or don't believe it. It doesn't matter whether you accept it or not. It has ended. It has ended. And there is nothing any man can do about it. There is nothing anybody can do about it. We must have our freedom. Whether they like it or not, Biafrans must be free. We are going to be free from the hands of the enemy. We are going to be free from the evil men and women. We are going to be free from all the atrocities they are committing. From all their dehumanization. All their kidnap. We are going to be free from it very, very soon. Fellow Biafrans, do not relent in your effort. Don't allow anybody to demoralize you. Don't allow anybody to talk you down. Don't allow anybody to belittle you. You have the right to pursue that which is yours. You have the right to pursue that which is yours. You have the right to stand up for your own right. Stand up for that which you believe in. Don't allow anybody to tell you otherwise. Don't allow anybody to push you right, left, and center and make you to go to a direction that you know is not the right path to go. Who created us and gave us that land called Biafra. It wasn't us. We didn't work for it. We were not the people that placed ourselves into that very area. We didn't place ourselves in that area. Chukwu created us and planted us in that part of the world, Biafra land, the center of the world, the land flowing with milk and honey. It wasn't by our own making. And somebody will wake up from one angle and say he wants to destroy us. They tried in 1967. It never worked out. And do you think it's going to work out in this generation? It will never work out. We know better now than then. In 1967, they gave us blockade in all angles. We are blockaded on media. We are blockaded on air. We are blockaded on land. There was no means to pass informations. There was a total blockade against Biafran people. And the whole world was involved in the war, fighting against Biafran people. It was a war between Goliath and David. We hold them down for complete 3 good years until they themselves declared no victor, no vanquish. And we gave it another shot and said, let's see if they have had a change of mind. But from every indication, nothing has changed. In fact, things have become worse. Every single thing that led to Biafran war is still happening today. Every single thing that led to that civil war is even it has doubled. It has tripled. Is it the loss of life? Biafrans are still being dehumanized. Properties are still being destroyed. For no reason, for no just cause. Look at the election that they conducted. They conducted election. The INEC chairman is not a Biafran. The people who are conducting the election are not Biafran. Biafrans are just there to vote like every other person. Mainly the Igbo Biafran. They were just there just to make their own choice, just like every other person. Choose whoever you want to vote. But when it comes to Biafran people, any attempt to make such choice becomes a taboo. And that is where you see the lie they are telling. When they will tell you a lie and tell you they have the whole population, that they have the greatest population all over the world, they are the most populated people, but yet they are so scared about the Biafran people. If Nigeria were to be a sane person, I bet you there is no candidate that the Biafran people will support that will not win. If Nigeria were to be a sane country, there is no candidate in the world that Biafrans will support that will not win in that contraption. Because I bet you the Biafrans have 25% in all states of Nigeria. Biafrans can fetch out 25% in all states of Nigeria. They have the population. And I'm not just saying it. They themselves confess it. They say it that in any village you go, in any state you go, after the indigenous of that state, the next population is the Biafran people. In any state you go in that contraption, after the indigenous of that state, the next highest population is the Biafran people. Now tell me, if Biafrans decide to choose a candidate, and then other states definitely will equally have part of them that we consider the candidate of the Biafran. And how can that candidate lose? He will never lose. He will never lose. And why the Biafran people are different, that Biafrans support only a qualified candidate. If you are not qualified, Biafrans will not support you. It doesn't matter whom you are. No matter, even if you are a Biafran, they will not support you. That is the difference between the Biafrans and other people. Biafrans do not support someone simply because it is a Biafran. No. They support you because you are qualified. More especially when it has to do in an open contest. When it has to be an open contest. For you, for Biafran to support you as a Biafran, you must be very, very qualified. If you are not, I tell you, Biafrans will not support you. Biafrans always support the best. And check it, check it. Since they have been having their fraudulent election in Nigeria, since 1999, they have been having their fraudulent election. From then till date, Biafrans have always supported the best candidate among the whole ones they brought out. Among the idiots that they brought out, Biafrans will always support the best. That has been the way the Biafrans have been voting. And when you see the political criminals talking, they will say you are not reaching out, that you are putting your egg in one basket, you are not expanding your this madness. You cannot force us, Biafrans, to begin to do things like you. Mainly the Igbo Biafrans. You can't force them to begin to choose somebody who is not qualified. Just like during the time of the late Muhammadu Buhari. Late Muhammadu Buhari contest election 1 million times. Biafrans will never vote for you because you're not qualified. The same thing with Tinubu. Contest 1 million times. Even Tinubu himself knows it very well. That's why he could not be able to campaign. He didn't bother campaigning in Biafra land. He didn't bother. He said it by himself that he didn't bother. Because he believed in ringing. He knew that his money will do it for him. He knew that he has a party that will rig it for him without minding, whether you vote or not. The Biafran people they will always vote for the best. And that is how they behave. But the contraption called Nigeria is forcing us to reshape their mind, forcing them to reshape their mind to some kind of idiocy. And some people already have reshaped their mind. The major people that have reshaped their mind to this evil are the politicians. Everybody in that contraption called Nigeria that is politically minded, that is a Biafran, they are the most fraudulent people you can think about. Very, very inconsistent. They don't have morals. They don't have morals, not even one. They can support Satan as long as money is coming. They can support Satan as long as they have money. That is why you see the idiot called Oju Zokalo, who was saying that an Igbo man is not supposed to talk about presidency at all. He was only saying that because he was eyeing the Senate president. He was believing that they will give him Senate president. But he will be shocked to his bone marrow. He will be shocked. Very soon he will go back to prison. Today, Peremado is serving his own jail term. A Peremado is serving. If they told him in his dream that he will serve, he will be in jail. He will not believe it. But his evil caught up with him because he's one of the people who has betrayed the Biafran people for a very long time. He has people who have refused to make case for Biafra. Instead, he's selling it out. One of those who is standing ground to say Biafra will not come because of the self-interest. And today, he will be in jail until when we come out. He will be in jail until Biafra comes. Maybe when Biafra comes, when he comes out, then he will come and face the court of Biafra to give an account of what he has done while he was in the Senate. It won't end there. He will be in British jail until when he comes out and joins us in Biafra, because before he comes out, definitely we will be in Biafra. Then he will come and face the court of Biafra. We must have to wake up, and the time is now. Whoever is involved in the kidnap of Kamsi must make sure that Kamsi is released with immediate effect. Nothing must happen to Kamsi. No matter whom you are, no matter whom sent you, nothing must happen to that innocent boy. The local government chairman who is pretending not to know what is going on, the local government chairman who is talking trash, the local government chairman who is promoting this evil, claiming that he doesn't know what happened, he don't know how they came into your area. Meanwhile, these are special force that is under your control. These are special forces, special terrorist force under your control. Yet, Kamsi has spent more than 24 hours, yet he's not out. If anything happens to that boy, that local government chairman will pay. Him and his generation will pay. The whole world is seeing the video flying all over. The whole world is hearing it. And we believe in a short while, the boy is going to come back home unharmed. Definitely, he's going to come back home unharmed. Chukwu Okabiam will always stand for us. I pray that Chukwu Okabiam will guard and protect every Biafran all over the world, wherever you are watching me from. If you are watching from Biafra land, Chukwu Okabiam will protect you. No weapon of the enemy shall penetrate you. If you are from Odudua land, from Middle Belt, if you are genuinely seeking for freedom in that contraption called Nigeria, no matter your tribe, your religion, and you are indigenous, Chukwu Okabiam will set you free and give you the wisdom and strength to fight on. May Chukwu Okabiam continue to guide and protect our media warriors, guide and protect our ESN, guide and protect our Liberation Army wherever they are. Secure the BNL and BNG, every single one of them that is genuinely fighting for Biafra. Chukwu Okabiam will set us all free. May Chukwu Okabiam continue to guide and protect the Umuada. Secure them and their families and strengthen them. Protect our media warriors and their families and strengthen them. May Chukwu Okabiam guide and protect our spokesperson, Master Simon Eba, wherever he is at this minute. May Chukwu Okabiam surround him with his blessings and his glory. May Chukwu Okabiam surround him with his mercy. No weapon formed or fashioned against him shall prosper. We commit our supreme leader, Mazen Nandekano, unto the hand of Chukwu Okabiam for guidance, for protection, for provision. May Chukwu Okabiam be with him, secure him, give him the strength, the power, the wisdom, the revelations to stand firm until when he joins us very soon. No weapon formed or fashioned against Mazin Nandekano shall prosper. I appreciate every one of you that have followed me on this very program from the beginning to the end. Thank you so much for your contribution. Thank you for your sharing. Please join me tomorrow once again. We are going to be back here. We will continue to speak here until we get a full house. Thank you so much for joining, and stay blessed. Bye-bye.